Okay, good morning, everyone. I'd like to call this meeting to order. If everyone could please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I'll entertain a motion for the reading and approval of the minutes of the last meeting.
Motion.
Second on the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, opportunity for the public to address the board agenda items only. Okay, no one, thank you. Proclamation 220301.
I got that. Okay, proclamation, America Recycles Day. Whereas America Recycles Day was first declared 25 years ago on November 15th, 1997, as an awareness event to promote the economic, environmental, and social benefits of recycling and buying recycled. Recycling provides a stimulus for economic growth by the creation of jobs throughout the nation, Commonwealth, and country. And whereas recycling provides an easy approach to environmental stewardship by saving the natural resources, energy, and landfill space. The Commonwealth of Pennsylvania is a national leader in recycling with over 1,500 municipal recycling programs. And whereas Lackawanna County has been a leader in recycling in Pennsylvania for over the past 25 years and continues to develop programs and support ideas to promote environmental sustainability within our local communities. Now therefore we, Jerry Notarianni, Debi Domenick, myself, Chris Chermak, commissioners of the County of Lackawanna, Pennsylvania, do hereby acknowledge and recognize November 15th, 2022 as America Recycles Day in Lackawanna County. Nicole?
Hi, guys, and good morning.
Morning.
Thank you so much for the proclamation. It's important for our residents to know that the recycling efforts we do here in the county does make a difference. Last year alone, our residents, institutions, and commercial establishments recycled over 53,000 tons. That's about 100 million pounds of recycled material that's been given a new life. And we are consistent with these numbers every year. And I wanted to note that we just had our tire recycling event, and we got another 40,000 pounds of tires out of the county that will be recycled into playground surface and rubber mulch. So it was a really good effort on everyone's behalf. But unfortunately, not every material we use or item in our daily lives can be recycled. So this year, to celebrate, we wanted to have some sort of new program for the month of November. So we partnered with Scranton Tomorrow, NeighborWorks, and the city on K-Cup or coffee pod recycling program. It's something everyone, I would say almost every other household has a Keurig or an espresso or uses those little like coffee creamers. So we're using a company called TerraCycle, and what they do is they have a facility where they will hand separate all the different components, the organics, the plastics, and the aluminum lid to the pods. So our goal is about 5,000. It's open to the residents and employees. We have a drop-off here in the Government Center on Wyoming Ave, the courthouse on North Washington, the Scranton Tomorrow headquarters on Linden Street, the NeighborWorks headquarters in Scranton, and then City Hall also has drop-off. So I just wanted to put that out there, and that's it. So thank you very much.
Yep.
Thank you.
Great program, Nicole. Thank you, and your department is doing a phenomenal job down there now. It really, really is. Not that it always hasn't, but it's getting progressively better and more. Okay, thank you. Ordinance, second reading.
Hang on.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, we're gonna get a picture?
I don't have the original.
You don't have the original?
No. That's all right, we'll do the picture.
It's okay. Are we coming up here?
Yeah.
Mark Hand's gonna join up. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Sorry,
guys.
I don't know where you are.
We'll Photoshop.
Did you ever talk about coming up or no? That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, all right. Okay, thank you. Ordinance, second reading, 220295.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, this is the second reading of ordinance 281, creating and establishing the Lackawanna County Literacy Committee. Whereas the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County believe it to be in the interests of the residents of Lackawanna County to establish the County Literacy Committee, and whereas the Board of Commissioners desire to establish a committee to promote literacy, education, reading, and the arts in Lackawanna County. And, lost my place, I'm sorry. The computer just kind of screwed up on me, I'm sorry. And whereas the Board of Commissioners desire to promote literacy, education, and access to learning materials, books, periodicals, and other educational materials for children and adults in Lackawanna County through the establishment of a literacy committee. According to the United States Department of Education, 54% of U.S. adults aged 16 through 74, about 130 million people, lack proficiency in literacy, reading below the equivalent of a sixth grade level. The cognitive, linguistic, academic, emotional, social, and physical health consequences of their reading difficulties significantly diminish their opportunities in school, work, and life. Now therefore be it enacted and ordained by the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County of Pennsylvania that is hereby enacted by the Board of the County as follows. Number one, creation and purpose. 1.1, the purpose of this ordinance is to create the Lackawanna County Literacy Committee, whose goal in literacy and education is to strengthen the capacity of communities to support basic education and literacy and increase adult literacy. The committee shall support education for all children and literacy for children and adults. 1.2, the Literacy Committee will hold public meetings and meet with local government partners and other community stakeholders to discuss and promote literacy and education throughout Lackawanna County, provide mechanisms and materials to promote education and literacy in children and adults throughout the community, and seek available sources of funding to realize these goals. 1.3, the Literacy Committee shall issue an annual report to the Board of Commissioners on its programs, progress, and recommendations. Number two, the committee. 2.1, the number of the members. The Literacy Committee shall be comprised of 9 members who shall be appointed by the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County. The members of this committee shall serve at the pleasure of the Board of Commissioners. 2.2, the terms of service. Initially, 3 committee members shall be appointed to a 2-year term, 3 committee members shall be appointed to a 3-year term, and 3 committee members shall be appointed to 4-year terms. Upon expiration of the initial appointed terms, all terms for committee members shall be for a period of 4 years. Members of the committee shall continue to serve until their successors have been appointed and qualified. 2.3, compensation and expenses. Members of the committee shall serve without compensation and may seek reimbursement for expenses associated with the duties relating to the Literacy Committee activities. 2.4, officers. The Literacy Committee members shall annually elect officers to serve as chair, vice chair, secretary, and treasurer. Each officer is to serve a 1-year term. Members may be reelected to serve successive terms. The duties of officers shall be established by the committee according to law. 2.5, vacancies. Any vacancy in the committee shall be filled by appointment by the Lackawanna County Board of Commissioners. 2.6, meetings of the board. The Literacy Committee shall hold regular public meetings and shall allow for public comment on matters under deliberation at each such public meeting. The place, date, and time of the Literacy Committee meetings shall be determined at the discretion of the officers. All meetings of the committee shall comply with the Pennsylvania Sunshine Act. The chair of the committee may call special meetings by written notice delivered at least 24 hours in advance to each committee member and advertised in accordance with the Pennsylvania Sunshine Act. Special meetings may also be called upon, written notice signed by a majority of the committee members and delivered at least 24 hours in advance to each committee member and advertised in accordance with the Pennsylvania Sunshine Act. 2.7, the quorum. A quorum shall be necessary for the transaction of any business by the committee. A majority of the members of the committee, excluding vacancies, shall constitute a quorum. The committee shall act by a majority vote of the members at a meeting at which a quorum is present. No voting by proxy shall be permitted. 2.8, the minutes. Minutes of all meetings of the committees shall be made and maintained by the secretary. 2.9 subcommittees. The committee may establish such subcommittees as may be needed to assist the committee in conducting its business. Subcommittee members shall be appointed by the chair, and each subcommittee shall include at least one member of the Literacy Committee. Any business proposed by a subcommittee shall require approval by the Literacy Committee. 2.10, fiduciary duty. The members of the Literacy Committee are under a fiduciary duty to conduct activities and affairs of the committee in its best interest of the residents of the County of Lackawanna, including the safeguarding and use of all committee monies and assets. The Literacy Committee shall discharge their duties in good faith with the care of an ordinary prudent person in a like position will be exercised under similar circumstances. Section 3, Literacy Committee duties. Number 3.1, the Literacy Committee shall have the following duties. A, to conduct regular public meetings to gain input and information relevant to the promotion of education and literacy in Lackawanna County. B, assess the feasibility of establishing programs to promote and support basic education and literacy throughout the communities in Lackawanna County. C, to identify and engage with potential stakeholders and nonprofit organizations to partner with in organizing, planning, and conducting programs in providing educational materials for children and adults throughout Lackawanna County. D, to make an annual report to the Lackawanna County Board of Commissioners of its progress, findings, and recommendations. E, to make application directly or indirectly to any federal, state, county, or municipal government or agency, or to any other source, whether public or private, for grants, gifts, guarantees, or other aid or other financial assistance in furtherance of the Literacy Committee public purpose, and to accept and use the same upon such terms and conditions as are prescribed by such federal, state, county, or municipal or agency or other source. And F, all other duties provided for, authorized, or allocated by the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County. 4.1, all ordinances and parts of ordinances inconsistent with this ordinance are hereby repealed. Effective date, 5.1, the ordinance shall become effective upon adoption. Adopted at the regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on November 2nd, 2022. Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Thanks, Mr. Jeffers. Since that was the second reading, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
Second on the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you. Okay, resolution 220300.
Approving the current payables, be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County is hereby approve the following payables. Lackawanna County General Fund, numbers 348463-348666 inclusive, totaling $824,020.43. The county's electronic fund transfers, including all payroll accounts, total $1,181,951.60. Adopted at the regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on November 2nd, 2022. Mr. Chairman.
Assume everyone's had the opportunity to review the payables, so on that, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Motion.
Second on the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you. Resolution 220296.
Accepting the proposal from Geograph IT, be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County is hereby accept the proposal from Geograph IT to provide on-demand GIS technical support services and clean and green application support to be split between the Assessor's Office, Emergency Services Department, and Planning and Economic Development Office. Contract to begin immediately and expire on December 31st, 2022, and not to exceed $63,900. Adopted at the regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on November 2nd, 2022. Mr. Chairman, here to speak upon that is our Director of Assessments, Mr. Patrick Tobin.
Pat?
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
Good morning, everyone. The proposal before you for Geograph IT is for $63,900, which will be separated or shared equally amongst three departments: the Assessment Department, the Economic Development Department, and EMS. We currently need several upgrades to our GIS system. We're several versions behind. The ownership information that is linked to the GIS hasn't worked all year. There's underlying fabric errors within the program that need to be fixed. And also the reassessment team is utilizing our GIS data as well. So we need it to be updated as accurately as possible. We have been being billed by Geograph IT all year for the maintenance that they provide, but they're providing no other support. And that's why we see it's vital that this gets signed today.
Thanks,
Yep, and
Pat.
that goes to, you said EMS, so they use that for
Yeah.
Their mapping as
Yeah.
well, so that's important. too.
They do. And they're actually on a separate platform, and that's another service that Geograph IT provides. They sync the two programs together
Yep.
so that we could share information with the EMS.
It's a complicated world that's been neglected for a long time too,
Yes.
and I think you're doing a little catch-up here, Pat. so-
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so, okay. All right, that's wonderful. Anybody have any questions? I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Motion.
Second on the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Resolution 220297, because Mr. Karpovich is unable to be here today to speak on this issue, and it pertains to his office, I'm going to make a motion to table this particular.
Okay, second that.
Second that, okay, on the question, all in favor? Aye, thank you. Resolution 220299,
Approving a payment grant agreement, be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County is hereby approve and enter into a grant agreement with the Pennsylvania Emergency Management Agency for the 911 statewide interconnectivity funding grant agreement in the amount of $282,458.79 for the Lackawanna NG 911 GIS Readiness Project, adopted at a regular meeting of the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on November 2nd, 2022. Mr. Chairman, here to speak upon that is our Director of 911, Mr. Al Carney.
Al?
Morning, how are you?
Morning.
So this is a grant that we receive yearly. It covers the CHE maintenance. It's the telephone maintenance that we have, and we share it with multiple counties, so that's why they cover it. It also covers our EZNet system, which helps us communicate with the other counties. We received some money for the GIS Next Generation project that we've been doing for the last 2 years, and some fiber costs that we use to share with Monroe County and these other units, so. It'll be no cost to the county for these contracts that we have with these other companies.
Anyone have any questions for Al? Entertain a motion to approve.
Motion.
Second on the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you, Al.
Thank you.
Resolution 220298,
Appointment to the Lackawanna County Planning Commission. Be it resolved, the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County is hereby appoint the following individual to the Lackawanna County Planning Commission. Mr. Timothy O'Brien, 101 North Blakely Street in Dunmore, Pennsylvania. Term to begin immediately and expire on December 31st, 2023. Adopted at a regular meeting, the Board of Commissioners of Lackawanna County held on November 2nd, 2022. Mr. Chairman.
I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Motion.
Second on the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opportunity for the public to address the board? None? Okay. Commissioners, other business. Under other business, Veterans Day is November 11th. We should make it a point during the course of this month to make November Veterans Month. I'm here to speak on that topic is our County Solicitor, Attorney Frank Ruggiero.
Thank you, Commissioner. As Commissioner Notarianni indicated, November 11th is Veterans Day. As part of this administration's continuing goal and collaboration with the various veterans groups as well as Veterans Affairs downstairs and Dave Isley, it is important that we recognize veterans, and we do that not just on Veterans Day, but really for the entirety of the month of November and each month thereafter, but particularly in the month of November. So there are a couple of events, a number of events really, that have been scheduled by various groups that I think is important we put out there publicly so that the public is aware, should they desire to become involved or desire to attend any of these events. There's a number of great programs and great programming that will occur on a number of different media, both in television and in print. Some of those include Veterans Voices 2022, which will air on November 3rd and November 6th at 8 p.m. and 8 a.m. respectively. There is the Veterans Expo and Job Fair. That's the third annual Expo and Job Fair, and that's the job fair featuring area employers and resources for veterans. That'll be held November 9th from 11 to 4 p.m. That's down at Mohegan Sun. Thirdly, there is the 30th annual Challenge Summit, which is held up at PNC Field here in Lackawanna County. That's on November 9th. And that's bringing life-saving fire safety and prevention education to veterans and their families. And lastly, there is the Courthouse Square American Legion Post 121 ceremony here at the Lackawanna County Courthouse, which will occur on Veterans Day at 11 a.m. There's a number of other events as well, but these are just some of the highlights. So thank you, Commissioner.
Okay. Okay. Commissioner Chermak?
Just add to what Frank just talked about, we also have on Saturday at 2 p.m. the Freedom Fighter statue is going to be unveiled up at the Elephant Borough Building. It's 2 p.m. Saturday, so that'll be pretty cool to see. And other than that, get out to vote. Tuesday's election day, and hope everybody gets out and supports your candidate. So thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, under that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second on the question. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.